gear up and go hit Table and Peekamoose. Ready to head back to camp because we're gonna have to make tracks. It is, well, 6:21. Sunset is 7:35. All right, so we made it back to camp and we're making dinner and we've got a visitor. What's going on? Back up in the Catskills doing a backpacking trip. Last time we were at this trailhead, Dragon and I did the Burroughs Range. We went all the way out to Wittenberg and back. That was a super fun hike. So we're at the same parking lot, but we're not gonna do slide. We're gonna follow the same path we took before out to Curtis Ormsby, which is out that way. And we're gonna kind of go up, head out that way, and instead of taking the Curtis Ormsby up the slide, we're gonna go all the way out to Table and then Peekamoose Mountains. I've never been to either one of them, so this is gonna be a lot of fun. Doing an overnight. Yeah, somebody just started up their car.
I'm gonna park it in the lot.
Okay. I'll go over there and see if I can figure out where they're moving from to guide you. Gonna be like in the 70s today, and then down into the 40s tonight, so it's gonna be really, really nice. And we're gonna figure out where these people are moving from, get a parking spot. This place is packed. Packed. All right, get back with you in a bit. All right, so we're just over a mile and a half in, and we are at the Curtis Ormsby trailhead split. This may look familiar from the Burroughs Range hike that Dragon and I did. And we are heading towards Denning Trailhead, kind of, but we're gonna split off to Table Mountain in Peekamoose. How awesome is that name? Peekamoose. I love that. Been trying to get out here for a while, and I've been in the general area, but it's pretty cool. Is that a campsite? It is a campsite. So if you're out here, just past the Curtis Ormsby is a campsite. We'll take a look at it real quick. Might as well. No? Let's take a look. So as you can tell, it's like 4.5 to Table, and Table and Peekamoose are both above that 3,500 foot mark. So we won't get quite that far before we camp. This is pretty nice, decent sized fire ring. You get a hammock or two in here. A very nice tent spot here. This is very flat, very nice, and it's really not that far from Slide Mountain. You know, you're only like a couple miles from Slide, a few miles from Table, so it's a nice in-between spot. Yeah, so we're going to camp. There's a shelter out there, and there's a few assigned primitive campsites that we will most likely wind up stopping at. I'm not sure if we'll set up and then go up to Peekamoose and Table, or if we'll go out to Peekamoose and come back, or if we'll set up and head out there. I don't know. We don't really have a definitive plan, which should come as no surprise. I broke down and got myself kind of a semi-smartwatch. I was going to do a whole video on it, but I'll probably just talk about it throughout the trip here instead. It's a Garmin Vivo Active 3, so it actually was released back in 2017, but you can still find them. I got this one on Amazon through Garmin. They don't sell it on their website anymore, but they sell it through their Amazon store. And it does everything I need to do. The big reason why I got it is because it has its own GPS, which Garmin is known for their GPS. It's got built-in GPS, so even if my phone dies or I don't bring my phone, it can track on its own. So this will track all my mileage, my ascents, my pace, my heart rate, everything. And I can, through their service, I can actually pull down the GPS tracks so I can put them up on my website, which I'll put the GPX for this on my site. I'll probably do I've been trying to keep a better trips log kind of on my website. I've been kind of filling it out slowly as I've been redoing it. So if you're interested in that, see some of the places I've been and just a little information, I write them up as little short blogs. You know, put the pertinent information, some of my thoughts about the trip. You know, maps, links to maps, where the trailheads are, and then if I track them, I put the GPS on there too, so you can download that. So I've been building that back out on my website, so you can go out there and check that out. I'll put this trip on there. This is what we got right now. This is as of the Curtis Ormsby trail there. This is all new to me, so I like it. I like new stuff. Ooh. A lot of conglomerate out here. So it was raining as we approached the trailhead. As we were coming in, you come through like Liberty, New York, and then you come through like Claryville, and we could see it out in the distance, like out this way. And Slide is the biggest mountain out here, so it would stand to reason that with Slide and Cornell and Wittenberg, 3 of the top 14 peaks, plus Table and I don't know what the number ranking is on Table and Peekamoose, but they're both about 3,500. So you're gonna get weather out here, and it was raining around about 5 minutes before we got here. Then we got here, we kind of sat for a minute, trying to see if we can find a parking spot because it was really packed. Wound up finding one right before we hit the trail. Move the car, but it's cleared up. It's a little breezy, but the sun is out. It's a beautiful day for backpacking and hiking. It is very, very nice. Oh, love being in the Catskills. Just came across this little stream crossing. I don't know if this is really coming out, but this is like an old half log that's been kind of laid in there like a trough. It's pretty cool. We should be almost to the Denning trailhead split. Should be pretty close. It's been pretty easy going so far. A little bit downhill. Not too bad.
A lot of mossy goodness right here.
Oh yeah, a lot of moss in the Catskills. Look at this one. Look at this thing. That isn't a down tree. It looks like pieces of rock. So I wasn't going to mention it because it wasn't that big of a deal. We somehow the GPS sent us the wrong direction on the way in, and we went like 30 miles the wrong direction, but it was all highway. So we just turned around and headed back up. Cost us maybe 25-30 minutes, no big deal. So
hey, I'm good because I got to see that awesome moss-covered tree.
That's true. That's very true. I mean, it's not like you really lose when something like this happens, but I just pulled up the map. I got it run on Maparika, and noticed that we went right past our trail intersection. And probably when we were looking at these signs up here, we just walked right past it. So we got to see a cool part of the trail. We're not that far, maybe 10 minutes down the trail, but we are consistent today, just passing things left and right. Look what we found. Yay, we walked right past us. There's people all in this area, all just kind of hanging out, and we just kind of blasted right past them. You see the sign. Oh well, what can you do? So the lean-to is 2.4 miles, so I think the campsites are right next to the lean-to, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we got 2.4 miles to camp. And what's your plan at that point? Drop pack, set up, and then go do it as a day hike, or what do you want to do?
Well, if you want to go to Peekamoose,
Yeah.
then yeah, I totally would just drop, set up, mark our spot, and then just go.
And just go. That sounds good, because Peekamoose is 3.6. I mean, it's not really far.
Yeah, it's like
but it is the Catskill, so you never know what you're going to get.
It's like 1/8 of a mile past Table.
Yeah.
But
and we don't have to rush. We can be set up, and if we get back a little bit late, who cares?
from what I remember about Peekamoose is once you're at Table, it shouldn't, like, we might have like 1 scramble or 2 scrambles, but it shouldn't be much to go up to Peekamoose.
Sounds good to me.
Because I almost did table when I did that winter hike for Peekamoose.
Oh yeah, you did that in the winter.
But I didn't because just how much snow was on the top. I'm like, I don't have snowshoes. I'm not going any further.
Yeah. So, all right, cool. Yeah, I mean, generally, as is the case with me, I'm outside, so I'm happy. Yeah, we're backpacking. This is all new to me, so I don't care. Except for that section. I've seen that section about 10 minutes ago. I gotta love it.
The sign's new, despite the fact that we walked right by it.
You know what? That's so new. I think they just put that up in the last. Maybe that's what those people were doing. All right, I'm calling it. That sign wasn't there. Those people were a trail crew, and they just put that sign up. Because I think, look how new this is. Look at that. That wasn't here. There's no way we missed that. Pay no attention to bird crap and the scratches on it. They just put that up. All right, we're gonna see what we got down the old blue trail, the Peekamoose and Table. Table first and Peekamoose. All right, so we are only a little ways down the blue trail, and on the map it shows primitive camping. Oh, in the mud I go. Oh, 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 ew. That rock moved a little bit under my foot, and I could not make my next step. Oh well. I have extra socks. Oh yeah, that's a bridge. That's a big bridge. Yep. So primitive campsites are down in this general area, it looks like. And if we see something that we like, we might just set up down here and then go out to Peekamoose without our packs. Or we'll go up to the shelter, which is like a little over 2 miles from here. And we think you can camp, tent camp or hammock camp up there. But we know we can here. So we'll see. This up looks good. I know it looks good to me right now. I'm gonna wash my shoe off. Clean that shoe off. That's a little better. They're waterproof. And it's nice. Oh, this is a heck of a bridge. Look at this thing. I'm assuming that once or twice before this has been washed out, and that's why they made this so beefy. This is gorgeous. Look at this. Oh yeah, looks like that's the old bridge structure. Over here. Yeah, so that bridge has been washed out once or twice. That is nice though. And this looks familiar. I've seen this on a video somewhere. I've watched somebody's video about this area. There might be another campsite right in here, if I remember correctly. But gorgeous spot. We'll see what we're gonna do. So we just crossed that bridge right there. That site I was just in was on the other side of that. And found a couple sites here. You got one here. There might be another one back there. How's that one look? There's one over there.
Over here would be better as far as an actual site goes.
But this one is.
There's an upward leaning tree over there.
Yeah, that's not good. This is a pretty nice little site. Trees all look good. There's 2 fire pits and
some stonework.
I don't know what that is. A Zen garden? It's like a spiral? I don't know.
I'm seeing some potential stuff over there too.
Yeah, yeah, I just saw that over there. All right, so
the same thing.
This is an awesome spot. This is an awesome spot. So we walked down that way. We found this little campsite on like the edge, and it's gorgeous. And we're like, yeah, this is the place. And we're like, all right, let's look a little further. And we went a little bit further and we found home. We're gonna grab our bags. We're going that way. I'm gonna show you home in a second here. It's pretty nice. All right, so we're in the main part of the campsite here. There is a bench with a back, a ginormous fire ring, another bench, a little fire ring, all these trees. It's gorgeous. There's all kinds of spots here set up. All kinds of, and there's something here. What is this? What do we got here? There is a pan lid and a tree stump. Spots here. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Now we're gonna pick our spots, get set up and then eat. All right, so we got our hammock set up. Dragon is down there. Wait till you see this view he's got. Look how ridiculous this thing is. Oh, I just tripped over my own cordage. Look at that view down there.
Hey, I have to have like at least one ridiculous hang a year.
That's it. That's the one. So he was just commenting how he's pitched half in the creek, half on a hill. It almost looks like he's got a chimney here coming up with this thing. He's got a flat roof going on. It's like a commercial building. I like it.
I don't have a fireplace in there.
Is this your cordage?
No.
All right, I'll take that with me.
Yeah, it'll go in the trash bag.
So we both have our tarps up because if you watched when we were in North Carolina, we didn't prepare our tarps properly and it poured and we had to bail because all our stuff got wet. So this is just in case, because we're gonna go summit table and it's a little bit of privacy. You know, this is a lot easier to see. I mean, we're way back off the trail. I don't think anybody's gonna come back here, but if somebody were to come over here, they would see the tarps and see people were set up here and hopefully not come over to mess with it. And I've never had an issue with that in the Catskills. So when we come back, tarps will most likely, I'm probably like 85% sure the tarp's gonna come completely off. And if I do keep it up at all, it's just gonna come, I'm just gonna flip it back and leave that side open because it's supposed to be clear tonight and I'm not gonna have the bug net. I don't wanna have a tarp. I want to have a clear view of that sky, and that's what I'm gonna get with that. All right, we've had our lunch. We've got our food stowed away, and we've got our backpacks at minimal capacity. They actually feel weird. There's not much in them. And we're going to, it's about 3:30, and we're gonna head up to Table Mountain and Peekamoose. I just like saying Peekamoose. Peekamoose. Go ahead, try it. Peekamoose. 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 It's fun. Yeah, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous spot. So we haven't really heard anybody out here on the trail. I heard a crow or something over there before. So I think if we see anybody out tonight, like I said, it's Sunday night. If we see anybody out tonight, it's going to be up there by the shelter, I think. So yeah, we're going to head up to Table. We should start getting some interesting climbs here too. It's been a relatively flat hike. And when I say relatively flat, I mean not flat at all. We've had a lot of small inclines, but not too shabby. Not too shabby. All right, back out to the trail. So we're a little bit in the hike out of camp, and not far past the campsite, you start climbing, and you climb. You climb a lot. Oh, look at that. That little guy just landed on my head. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're in the Catskills now. Look at that, rock scrambles. Oh no, that's a fake out. You just go up along the rocks. That's That's straight ahead. There goes Dragon. Up, up, and away. That's the top, right? Sure. We still have something like 1,400 feet of elevation. And like 1 3/4 miles. And I'm not sure, that's just the table to Peekamoose. I think it's a little bit of a climb to Peekamoose. I think that's what Dragon was saying. But once we get to Peekamoose, turn around and just come back down this. So this is like the bulk of the hard work for this trip. And we're not carrying our full weight. So we are on the little knoll before we hit table. We're at about 3160 in elevation. And all of a sudden everything changes. The entire forest around you changes right here. It's really cool. Seeing a lot of people out. It's good for Sunday. A lot of people out hiking. So there's two really cool spots that we passed back a little ways. I didn't record them. One is a really cool mossy, rocky spot. Speaking of mossy, look at that tree with the, that's very cool. And then the vista that we just passed. You want to see those? Check out Dragon's video. He captured those. This is absolutely gorgeous up here. Dragon asked me if I wanted to come up here to Catskills a couple days ago. He's like, "Any interest in going to Catskills to backpack on Sunday?" I didn't know where he was going. I was just like, "Yep." Love it up here. Absolutely love it. Alright, we are at the spring, which is right below the shelter, which is right below the straight up climb to the top of the Catskill Mountains. So we're almost up there. And then across to Peekamoose is, well, Catskills flat. It's technically 3 feet lower, only 3 feet lower than Table Mountain, but you know, it's not just going to be down 3 feet and you're there. No, 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 they're going to make you work for it. That's okay. So we got our water and about ready to continue. Filled up on extra water because we don't know. My watch keeps on telling me how many sets of stairs I've climbed. I don't care. It's a bunch by now. Like 200 flights of stairs we climbed. Yeah, so the last real big push we got is that climb up table. It should be the worst of it. Then once we're there, it's not far over to Peekamoose, but they make you work. Just out here trying to enjoy it, making us climb mountains. It's Catskills. So shelter should be not too much further up here. Oh, might not be able to hear them out there in the distance over the wind, but the chipmunks are starting to monk. It's that time of year. All right, so 33-35 elevation. We're gonna go see what the lean-to is all about. It's always good to know. Oh, here it is.
Nice little shelter area.
So, well, I think we chose wisely. I think camping where we're camping is a much better idea. Well, someone's set up here.
Yeah.
So won't go poking around too much. There's a nice little area here.
Yeah.
It is a typical Catskill shelter. Lean-to style. Big old fire pit. It looks like that might go out to maybe a little bit of a view or something, but we're about to get a view of our own.
Yeah. There's probably like a few little sites out alongside.
Yeah. Let the punishment begin. Once you get back onto the main trail here, we're gonna make a right. We're gonna really start climbing. All right, so we just passed the 3,500 foot sign. And that means we got about 300 feet to go. That way, no, not that way, that way. And it's still pretty flat right here. It's making me nervous. I don't remember seeing anything about ladders on this part of the trail, do you? No. This is why you come out here. That's why I come out here. If it was easy, it wouldn't be any fun. Now my phone, not my phone, my watch says we're at, right now at 34:28. So I don't know if they put the signs down a little bit lower, just letting you know you're approaching 3,500. Or if my watch is just off. It's a, it goes by the barometric pressure. So, depending on what kind of weather system you're in, you could be off on that. And that's okay, it's close enough. On the bright side, looking ahead there, a lot of blue sky ahead of us. That's good. That means vista time. Like that. I don't know if you can make out Dragon up there. Looks like it levels off right where he is. So it just came up that. And the forest changes yet again. Getting lots of conifers. That's a big old birch there. Big old stubby birch. We're getting into the conifers. Getting into this Catskills area I like. Lots of moss. Gorgeous, gorgeous area. So I don't know if you can see that. All right. 23 times this is. Every 10 stories I climb, it does that. It's driving me nuts. I gotta turn it off. Now I just kind of gradually whoop, up to the top of the table. Not sure which way Dragon went. This looks like it goes to something now. Maybe this is the vista. There's Dragon.
Dude, that's awesome.
Wow, this is cool. Holy crap.
Yep.
Wow. Well, we appear to have found a little bit of a view. Now, that's what we just came up. And we're camped on the other side of that. Wow. Not bad for a Sunday afternoon, huh? Drops down a little bit down there. Not bad at all. It's all right. And this is the view. Yeah, the GoPro's not going to show that, but it's just so green.
It's nice when the light comes through like this.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can get
Oh, your camera will pick that up. That's probably quite accurate. I just looked at the map. I'm like, gotta be right by the summit. And then Dragon finds a marker. There, a little pile of stones. This is the Table Mountain summit. Right there. There. At the summit. This is really cool. All right, so down 3 feet. I'm at Peekamoose. Nope, told you. They're gonna make you work for it. Look how cool this is. This gorgeous forest. I will say this section of trail between Peekamoose and Table, oh, we're going from Table to Peekamoose, might be one of the most beautiful sections of trail I have ever hiked. I recorded a little bit of it, but I mean, it's something you just gotta see. There's so much moss, and just these trees aren't real big, but they just create this aura in here. Man, it's something. I got a little bit of it in front of me here. And of course the GoPro's making up for how dark it is in here. But man. It's a little gravelly right there. Oh, see if I can get that. There we go. Zigging and zagging through. Yeah, only 3 feet lower my left foot. I gotta go down like 100 feet to get to the other side. Oh, hey. Oh, that's pretty cool. So, we got a little bit of a descent before we can climb up to Peekamoose. Wah, wah. Alright, so it wasn't too bad. It's about 150 feet down. Broke out the trekking poles just to make it a little bit easier. But it's kind of like stone steps in there, so it wasn't too bad. Not as bad as I was thinking it was going to be. Then we got to climb up equally on the other side. Let's get over here to Peekamoose, which won't be too far. Unless we got to drop again. I don't know. Maybe a little bit. No stack of rocks here. No, sir. They put a giant freaking boulder up here on this summit. We are at the summit of Peekamoose. Now we're going to go take a look at the little vista. So these two mountains, neither one of them are as big as Slide, but the climb is a lot tougher. A lot tougher. Actually, the climb up to Peekamoose wasn't bad from Table, but the descent from Peekamoose, I can't believe this is only, or from Table, I can't believe this is only 3 feet lower. Didn't seem like you could climb that much. Oh, well, let me turn you around. You're gonna want to see this. Ow. Ah, dude, I thought you said there's a view.
Sorry. I had to get you up here somehow.
Came all this way for this? These your poles?
No.
Hello? Somebody's gonna be really upset. Oh, come on, GoPro. Get on the action here. Oh, holy crap, oldies.
Yep.
Look at that. Come on, focus. No, not on that. There we go. There we go. Now you're getting it. That is, what is it, a Shotgun Reservoir?
Yeah, it's a shotgun over there.
So I don't know if that's coming through, but right out, it's dead ahead, is your Shotgun Reservoir. Over here, let me raise you up a little bit. Over there is Slide, Wittenberg, and Cornell. You probably can't hear me, can you? All right, there's Slide, Wittenberg, and Cornell. Wow. And listen. Just the wind in the trees, the sound of ospreys and cameras. Creaky osprey backpacks. Gorgeous. All right, I'm gonna take some pictures and enjoy this and stop talking. All right, we are kind of swapping gear and getting ready to head back to camp because we're gonna have to make tracks. It's sunset is, oh, my phone actually tells me when sunset is 7:35. And it is 6:46. No, that can't be right. That's our elapsed time. It is, well, 6:21. Close. So close enough. So we're gonna have to make tracks. But I think I'm gonna throw my hoodie on because it's actually starting to, I don't know. When we're moving, I feel pretty good. I think I'm good right now. I am. But if you were hiking up here at Peekamoose and you left a pair of trekking poles, some carbon C3 power lock Comperdels, they're still up here, so you're probably missing those. But yeah, it's time to boogie. And boogie we will. Gotta make sure, the only thing I make sure I got is my headlamp because it might be dark by the time we get to camp. But camp is already set, so it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Not gonna record on our way back down unless a singing bear comes out in front of us or something like that. So I'll see you back at camp. Well, we almost made it to camp without needing the headlamps. Sunset about 25 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago. And we've only got maybe 3/4 mile to go, but as you can see, we got some rock scrambles here. So headlamps are out, almost back to camp. Then it's dinner time. All right, so we made it back to camp and we're making dinner. And we've got a visitor. The boldest little mouse you'd ever want to see. He charged Dragon twice. Charged his food. And I looked over, I'm sitting here. He's sitting right here, climbed up on my stuff, going for my food. So, a lot of times I'll just sleep with my food bag next to me on the chair. I'm not going to do that tonight. It's going up in the tree. Make it a little harder for this little guy to get it. Bald.
Yeah.
Reason little guy. But having a little, oh, let me move the camera over this way. Having a little beer and having some Nor's rice and pepperoni.
There he goes.
Yeah. I don't know if
He's underneath this bench now.
He's right over here. This little guy. Let's see. Here I come. Oh, there he is. Get out of here. Where are you? There he is. There he goes.
Actually not on camera.
It's GoPro, so you never know. I pointed it at him.
That's all you can do.
Yep.
For the best.
So he's gonna be back. Probably while I'm over there chasing him away, there's nothing over here trying to go through my stuff.
Oh yeah. Divide and conquer.
Yeah. They're crafty. They are crafty little buggers. I'm trying not to blind you. So we did like 12, phone's charging. Like, what did I say? 12.8?
Yeah, like just under 13.
Yeah. So like 12.8 miles, like 2,800 feet of elevation gain in about 8 hours. So we stopped. I mean, part of that, I didn't pause it when we were sitting here. So we were here for an hour probably.
Earlier, yeah.
Yeah, so.
Between setting up and having lunch.
Yeah. So, and we stopped at the vistas and we were kind of taking our time on the way up. It was nice though. Made it most of the way back before it got dark, but it wasn't too bad. We got the bulk of the sketchiness out of the way. And it looks like there's only one other person out here camping that we can see that we passed up on the hill. We saw a fire, smelled the fire. We're gonna eat and probably crash out. It's probably about 8:30, 9 o'clock right now. And
we're closer to 9 now.
Yeah, probably closer to 9. And it's been a good long day. So see you in the morning. Good morning. So it was an interesting night. I don't know how it was for Dragon, but I had mice all over my hammock last night. I was laying there, had the bug net off, and was just laying there looking at the stars of the trees, and all of a sudden I felt something on my shoulder. I brushed it off, turned my headlight on, and didn't see anything. Kind of thought maybe it was my imagination, or like a large bug or something flew into me. And we didn't really see a lot of bugs, but a lot of moths. So I'm just laying there and looking up at the stars, the trees, and I can see the silhouette of my ridgeline. And across my ridgeline, I see a mouse come running across. So I turn my headlight on. He takes off, climbs on a tree, runs down. So I got out of the hammock, I put my bug net up to keep him out of the hammock. But every once in a while, I could hear him run across, and I kind of shake them off. But my big concern was seeing how they were so easily manipulating my ridgeline and my cordage and all that, that my food bag might be in trouble. And sure enough, I come down this morning to take a look, and hopefully you can see this. Come on, screen. That's turned out. There's a big quarter-size hole in my food bag. So I'm gonna have to check my pack real good and make sure they didn't get in there. Dragon's got the Ursac. This is bear proof. So unless they were able to get in up top, it should be fine. I don't see any holes in. Don't see any holes in his, but I'm gonna have to pull that down and see if I've got any food for today. I mean, we only have 4 miles back to the car, so not a big deal. But all my food is in there. My food, snacks, everything. So I'll pull it down and see what happens. But crazy amount of mice. We saw at least 2 different ones at the fire ring. And I don't know if they're the same ones that were over here on my hammock, but I've never had that problem before. I never had mice in camp. And they can be destructive, so that's a risk you take sometimes. Alright, I'm gonna get to pull down and take a look and see what I got. I think Dragon's still asleep. I'm really not in a hurry to be up right now. So I might check that, and if the food inside looks good, it didn't get through anything else, which they probably did if they got to the bottom of the bag. I might just go throw it over in a chair next to me and get back in the hammock for a while. I'll talk to you a bit. Alright, so there's a better look at the bottom of my bag. Yep, definitely a hole in that. Alright, let's see how bad it is. So just look at my toothpaste and stuff. That bag is intact. Coffee maker looks good. That's important. Empty beer can. Bag of pepperoni is intact. Chicken looks fine. All my Cliff bars and everything out here are fine. Alright, we can get into my tortillas. The venison goulash that Dragon made me looks good. This is just all my garbage. We can get into that. My oatmeal is fine, so I got breakfast. A spork. I got my ramen. Alright, so the ramen's down. Coffee's fine. So, I guess all in all, it's not so bad. They just got a pack of ramen, and I don't think they liked it very much. So, well, it's time for a new bag anyway. Could have been a lot worse. So we just had our breakfast, kind of laughing about the mouse situation. It doesn't appear as though Dragon had any visitors last night, but I want to show this. So it doesn't look real bad right here, but they were chewing through my straps. That would have sucked if I was sleeping and they chewed through those straps. So there's not a lot of damage. That's going to do it for these ones. I'm going to have to make a new set of straps, no big deal. But yeah, they were running right across my ridgeline. They'd come from the tree, they'd run down, and then they'd run back, and they're just all over the place. Crazy little mice. But we're gonna break down and start our short trek back to the car. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous spot here. I've just been walking around all morning, just taking pictures and some video clips. Look at this behind me. That is just gorgeous, gorgeous campsite. Absolutely loved it. Got down like 44 last night, according to the watch. That's got a thermometer built in, so I just hung it from the ridgeline. And it was 44 at about 6:30 this morning. So about what they said it was going to be. All right, we'll get loaded up. We are all packed up and kind of reluctantly saying goodbye to this very nice campsite. But we got things we got to do. We got adult things we got to do. So back out to the car. I'll probably just wait till I get out there to do a closing. And if we see anything interesting that we didn't notice on the way in, I'll bring it back. If not, oh, so I learned something last night. Peekamoose is my second favorite mountain name to say. Peekamoose is number 2, and Packatakin is still number 1. I don't know how you can't love saying Packatakin. Packatakin and Peekamoose. All right, we're gonna start our trek out to the car.
Oh man, quite a few people after us.
Yeah. Oh, we are back down to the parking lot. Dragging his sign out. Why is this upside down? All right, I'll flip that in post. I thought it looked weird. We are a lot less cars than yesterday, and it was a good trip. Good trip. I like doing the base camp, then doing the miles,
Yeah.
and then coming back.
Yeah, that was nice.
Did you check mine?
Yeah, I got checked.
Cool, thank you. Yeah, so feel a lot less beat up today. Anyway, we only did 3.75 miles today. So that really helps. Let me turn that off and save it. Yeah, so only doing less than 4 miles helps. But like, we just came down that descent, and that's the same thing we came down when we did the Burrows Range, and it was brutal. When me and Brian did that, when we did Slide Mountain, it was brutal because we used that old forest road, old Jeep road. When you're not doing all that, coming across into Curtis Ormsby kind of gives you a break, a lot easier to do that final descent. So it is time for food and sitting down. I actually feel pretty good though. Good trip overall.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it was fun. Super peaceful. There was a few people out camping. We never even heard them. It was great. Everybody just kind of did their thing.
They were super far away either.
No. So I don't know that I've ever been up here, even just backpacking, and heard people being like rude. I'm sure it happens. I think a lot of people are up here to do the same thing, and there's at camp enjoying themselves and having a good time. So that's gonna do it for this one. I'm gonna put the GPS track in the bottom in the description. So if you want to see what we did, check that out. Ignore the detour we took on the first day. It is nice though. And see you in the next.